it'd be like talking to a challenge group and like posting in your challenge group and nobody's participating. How fun is that? It kind of stinks. Boo! All right. First question of the night. So we're talking about challenge groups tonight and how to make epic challenge groups. I love challenge groups. And I actually started to hate them because I felt like it was something I had to do instead of something I wanted to do. And that was all my fault. My fault. Because I got into coaching not because I wanted to make money, well, maybe a little bit, but I got in here because I really wanted to help people. Like I really genuinely wanted people to feel something unique. And when I started as a coach, I tell this story a lot because I think it's very important to understand how far we've come and the tools that are at your fingertips. When I started, there wasn't a guideline. Like I started in August. They launched challenge packs. That wasn't even available until November. And that's when I started my first challenge group. Like that was why. I was like, oh, okay. Now let's put you in. Somebody mentioned, they were like, by the way, you can do groups on Facebook. And I'm like, oh, like a chat room? That sounds fun. So I put a few people in there that bought challenge packs, some didn't. And we just started like talking about like stuff. And I don't even think I knew how to share a photo in there yet. So I literally was typing, hey, I ate this, I worked out, and it worked. Because people want to know you're in this with them, you're going to do this with them, that you are just as committed as they are, and that's it. So. I've been talking this whole time, and I've had you guys on mute. Or I mean, I had my volume turned down so I couldn't hear all the yelling. Sorry, now you all are muted. If you want to talk to me, you got to unmute. Okay, so we've come a long way because now we have like a structured outline of how to run a challenge group so it's more effective. But I'm going to tell you the truth. If you think it's fun, then it's going to be really fun. If you don't think it's fun, then it's not. It's going to feel like work. And so do the things in your challenge groups that feel really good to you. And so some people are goofy and silly and they make videos and whatever. And some people in their challenge groups are like, just here's the rules, here's the checklist, post this daily, like whatever works for them. Like it doesn't even matter. Okay, so number one, here's the question. It starts with you. So I want you to write this down because this is very important when you're thinking about every single month. You should coach at least one challenge group a month, a minimum of one a month. If you're going to coach more than one a month, I challenge you to have them go every 2 weeks. And here's why. It's because you want your challenge groups to start in the middle of the month. Like the second or third Monday. And here you want to be able to do a free group at the end of the month. The last week of the month is your free group. So that way, those people in your free group here, or whatever freemium you're running, you can talk to them about taking it to the next level on week 1 and 2 of the first of the month. So then Success Club is getting locked in, right? If you're running 2 groups a month, then have it start in the middle and then like at the end or something. You can decide like how you want to run that. The only exception for me is if there's something like a holiday or like a new product launch, like Country Heat's coming out. Yeah. And so get excited. Anyway, so it starts with you. So what are you personally really, really excited about in regards to your fitness transformation or your workouts? Write this down because I want you to think about that when you go into next month. Like for me personally, going into July, I'm excited about the fact that I can do things that are really easy for me while I'm traveling. And that gets my little wheels turning and excited. Like, okay, is it really super easy? Is it effective? Okay, is it going to get me freaking ripped before summit? I want in on that. Like whatever. Does it release a massive amount of stress? I want that. Because that's kind of how it is when you're traveling. What is it for you? Comment in the chat below. If you want to unmute and say, hey, I'm actually really super excited about blah, 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 then I want to hear it. Feel free to unmute.
So I'm getting pumped. There's the 21-day fix extreme infomercial. And so I'm like running with that. And so I'm actually starting on July 4th, even though it's a Monday.
It's a holiday.
It's okay. I figure there's going to be a lot of like fireworks and stuff over the weekend. So, and I don't like starting in the middle of the week. So that's an option for the people that are joining, but I'm starting on Monday and just excited and stoked. And it's 3 weeks right before Summit. It's going to be great.
See, now that gets me excited for her. How many of you are participating in the Carl's 21-day fix challenge, Dilo? I am. I'm kind of doing a hybrid, so I'm still doing max 30. So yeah. And it's going to be hard. I tried to do upper fix today, got 5 minutes in, realized it's really hard to do without a band. So I either got to go buy a band, which I probably will, or just realize that I should stick with something that I don't have to use that much equipment for when I'm living out of a U-Haul trailer. Okay. I love it. Crystal, thank you for sharing. Yeah, you guys can go against the normal. Like you working out on the 4th when people are half drunk and sunburned, then that's going to show, like, be inspiring when they wake up feeling miserable on Tuesday. And you're like, I feel awesome. I'm sore. Like, I want to feel like you. I don't want to feel like me right now. This sucks. So that's my impersonation of that. Okay, number 2. How are you sharing your story? And I don't mean like I worked out today selfie. That's not your story. Hello. I want to know like actually how you're going to share your story. So I'm going to share my screen. And one of my favorite, these are 2 very different examples. One of my favorite people was sharing her story in a humble, confident way is my friend Sarah Lenore. You guys know Sarah, right? She is one of my buddies in this business, and I was lucky enough to meet her through Beachbody. Okay, so she is very good about sharing her story. She's currently like 38 weeks pregnant, I think, and she's still talking about this. And she doesn't say, you know, it's not salesy like ever. And she talks about cheating at lunch today. She's wearing her Shakeology shirt in the previous post. And then she shows, like, why is it important to her at this point in the game for her to do this, to actually work out? Why is it important for somebody that's 38 weeks pregnant to do those step ups? And then she shows, like, of course, other parts of her life and her kiddos and what they're doing. Hold on. And she's sharing her story, like last date night of for my family. And she's just happy and confident, you know. And then talking about her fit family. It's just very subtle stuff that you know she's living fit. You know it's important to her. You know her family's important to her. And then when she's very good, like this one's about her gym. That obviously is part of our wheelhouse, but she didn't say the word Beachbody ever in this post. And so she's talking about all these things that are what we do, but it's in a way that's very subtle. And then she does do a hard invite post, and her hard invite is always the first week of the month because she starts her challenge groups in the middle of the month. And she does two invites to her challenge group. That's it. But she's dropping little hints. So I'm asking you, how are you dropping hints and breadcrumbs about your story? Why is it important to you? Why are you working out today? What happened during your workout? If I was to go to your page right now, would I know that that's just who you are? And then Amy, half the woman I was, she's so good about sharing her story. Like, she's a very good storyteller. So I encourage you to hang out on her page. And she talks about, like, she doesn't just say, hiked up this mountain today. It's always a story. So you want to go and, like, read her story because she's overcoming, you know, things, or she's proving to be a fighter for what really matters to her. How are you proving to be a fighter? How are you proving to be different, you know, and showing up when it's tough? So I'm asking you to think about that. And you're like, Emma, we're supposed to talk about challenge groups. But I'm telling you, you're going to attract the people you really genuinely connect with if you share you. And please, especially because it's the last, 28, 29, 30, 3 days of the month-ish, 2 days of the month. Now is not the time to post a picture of autumn. Please don't do that. Post you and why you're doing this and post why it's important to you. And that draws people in way more than any edited photo would ever do. I promise you that. Okay. So, so how are you sharing your story? Now, have any of you joined a challenge before you became a coach? Yes? Unmute and tell me why. Was it a post, a personal message? Tell me why. Really quick. Somebody. No one joined the challenge? Y'all just came in for the money?
Joining the challenge group before becoming a coach, you said?
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
maybe you came in as a discount coach to a challenge group. Like you didn't come in for the business.
Yeah, I just joined because I needed to get all the baby weight off. And I remember the point system. Like I was all about earning that gift card at the end. And so, and then it wasn't until like maybe 2 weeks in that my coach messaged me like, you're doing really great. You should be, have you ever thought of becoming a coach? And I was like, no. And then you messaged me also like, you're not a coach? I was like, oh, I hadn't thought of it. So thanks.
I can be really forceful like that.
Yeah.
No, but obviously Erica is actually Tara's PS coach, but Tara's not really working anymore. And so Tara was obviously planting seeds along the way of what she was doing and why she was doing it, and it worked. Like it was her sharing her story. She's very good about not doing a hard invite. And so don't think you have to have like the magic spell of words to invite people to challenge. Okay, now let's get into it. So in the invitation, I'm going to talk about this for literally just a minute, maybe two. Okay, there's different ways to invite people. Your power hour, you're adding new contacts, you're sending reach out messages, you're trying to get to know people. And then when the time is right and they say a need that you can help with, then you give them a solution. You're not looking for people to invite. Do you understand the difference between those things? You're getting to know people, and if you can help, you help, versus I'm trying to find contacts. There's a big difference, right? Just be a friend, and then it comes. The other way is you can do a post on your page and you can boost it. You know, you're planting seeds of your story, and then you boost a post that's about your challenge group and you invite people into that. You can host an event. I'm going to share this event with you really quick. If you have not hit Success Club yet, I highly recommend doing an event and generating some interest pretty fast. Let me share this with you. Oops. An event is a great way to invite people, but you can't do them very often. They have to be special. So I usually do one for a new product, or if I haven't done one for 3 months, and that's when I do an event. So this one I did some like at hot, because I like it hot. I like summertime, and that's what the whole theme was. And so that's me. Notice it's not autumn on there or the containers. It's me. So you do a picture of you looking healthy, title it whatever the heck you want that sounds fun to you. And then you start off by explaining kind of what it is, right? So how do you do that? What I'm going to offer you? What is this thing? And then what you're going to do is every morning and night, you're going to, hey, shush, you're going to post something. And it's going to be either, like for me, I posted a transformation photo here and there, a sample of a recipe from the book, a sample of me doing the workout, etc. And so I just started talking about it, and like I shared, like, here's an example of a post I did in the group today, so people got to know what the group would be like. And then I was in conversation with people, I invited them, and then I'm so sorry. The event was public, so everybody could see. Oreo, go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Okay. So that's an event. And then the last one is people you meet in person. Share who you are and what you can do when you meet them in person. Be the example and be the light. Really try to get to know them first before you share anything. Okay, so it's really, I think actually talking to people and qualifying what they need will help you to host better challenge groups. And that's just me. And so you guys can think about that. Like, how am I actually serving the needs of my people? Am I going above and beyond with service for my people? Because you think about some of your favorite places to shop or eat at, what things do they do to go above and beyond for you? Like, you've heard of like the Nordstrom experience or the Amazon experience. We love shopping from Amazon. Why? Because they ship things really fast. Like, it shows up like that day or the next day. And that's unusual in the marketplace, right? Anything is wrong with anything, you don't even have to have a valid reason. They're going to replace that. And you just know they got your back. They have your back. So how are you doing that for your people? How are you going above and beyond for them? What do they need? Okay, so think about that. And so when you're inviting people, if you're thinking, well, I'm trying to do that, but nobody's out there, that's not true. You have to believe that the world is for you, right? The world, the universe wants you to be successful. Your tribe and your people are out there. There was a reason why you signed up to be a coach and you showed up on this call today. And that's simply because there are people that need you right now. They need you in their life. So if you don't believe they're for you, you don't believe they're out there, then you need to do a better job of being a finder. You got to go find your people. Find your tribe. Just say, I'm going to find my people wherever they are. And they will appear. Okay, the setup. I'm going to show you one of our groups we just started. Here we go. So Chelsea and I just started this. I highly recommend hosting a group with another coach. Do you guys do this? Do you host your groups with a person? I've done them on my own. No? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Is it way more fun?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Yes.
No.
No.
Liar. Okay, here's why it's more fun. And if you're hosting with someone and it's not fun, then it's the wrong person. Find someone else, because there is someone out there that's really fun to host with. Number one, you're going to be way more accountable for what you're posting, right? Am I right? You know, a coach is watching you, so you're going to be on it like Blue Bonnet. Number two, she is as crazy, or he is as crazy about this whole thing as you are, and so they're going to be excited in the group and be like, yeah, this is the most amazing thing ever. Yeah. And so they'll be showing up, and you'll have their people. They might have 2 or 3 people in the group. You might have 2 or 3 people in the group, and boom, then there's more energy, because more people equals more energy, right? Yes, choose somebody. So I've been hosting my groups with Chelsea, and I love it because we have a different style, and it works. So one of us sets up, and so with the setup of the group, before you add your people to the group, when you create a group, you have to add one person, right? So add the person you're hosting with, and then put stuff in there so it looks like the group's alive and not like nothing's there. So I always add like samples of recipes, or like the recipe guides or whatever I can find. I found some on Google, and some I created myself, and then some, are in the team pages. And so you can just, ask if you don't have any. And we put those up, like different ideas for a nutrition plan in the files. I'm showing you this. Is it okay that I'm showing you this way? Okay, thanks. You better say yes. Pay attention. There will be a quiz at the end. Okay. So in the setup, so of course you have a group cover photo. Please don't make it a stock photo. Make it something personal, okay? And it can be whatever you want. I did like this because it's summertime and that's a fun picture and I like it. And on here I put like Sunday is rest prep day, Monday is the motivation day, Tuesday is the tasty tip Tuesday, Wednesday is the best part of your workout, Thursday is thirsty selfie, like either water or Shaco, Friday is flex, and Saturday is sweat. And by doing this, it's a reminder of what they are supposed to be posting every single day. And I find when I have clear expectations of what the group should be like here is the format of the group. Whether it's every day we have a specific topic, like it goes according to Monday motivation, etc., or a weekly topic. In the past, I've done on week 3 is makeover week, and that is so fun. I'm actually going to bring that back. I made that up one time. And so on makeover week, so the week 3 is always the week everybody goes to crap and they don't show up in the group anymore. I would do big time prizes every day, and it was like a pair of socks or a headband. But so it'd be like, number 1, you're going to make over your fridge. Go through your fridge and throw out anything that's junky, like salad dressings or just crap you don't need. And then you're going to make over your fridge so that all the healthy food is washed, prepped, and at your eyeball level. Because it's proven whatever you see first is what you're going to want, right? So makeover. Then second day was make over your pantry. Do the same thing. Throw all the junk on the top shelf or throw it out. And then pre-pack, like pre-portion or whatever, everything in your pantry, and put all the healthy food goes at eye level, and then everything else that's junky is really hard to find. You put it in the back. And I actually still do this with my pantry, and it works because the kids don't see all the crap and they don't want it as much, but the healthy stuff is right there, and I'm like, you can have that. And so the other thing with makeover, we talked about doing a mind makeover and having your morning start off like, here's a morning makeover. Here's what you should say every morning or do every morning. And then I can't remember what Thursday was, but the last day was Friday. You wear something you feel super hot and sexy in. Like, put on the high heels, the red lipstick, and I need to see a picture of you. You are making over you. You're not working this hard with your workouts to just be a schlumpy mess all the time. And it was amazing to have something different. I mean, that's not what Beachbody has for their outline or whatever, but that's me. And it felt like me in my groups. So I'm going to bring that back. Anyway, that was one of my funnest things that I ever did. And I used to do it all the time. I don't know why I went away from that. I started following the Beachbody guides. That's proven that you should do the Beachbody, like the guides. Here's the daily coaching guides, right? We know where they are. Right here, challenge group tools, challenge group guides. Click on it over here, daily coaching guide. And here's like what 21 Day Fix looks like. Take this as your outline and then put your, I'm going to call it the Emma spin, whoever you are. Put your spin on it so that you're like, if I woke up this morning and I saw this, would I think it's awesome and exciting and make me want to participate, or would I be like, I'm out? So that's where you find it for some ideas. So, okay, going back, the setup. So I also include, like, here's an example shopping list I've done. Then Chelsea's doing this group with me, so she comments, hey, just so you know, here's what we're going to be doing, and she starts interacting, so we're both posting on the page, getting people excited. So once I've added like 3 or 4 tips to the page, that's when I add everybody. And here is the welcome message I always put. It's the same. And I use this, hello, my name is, because it's easy to find. You guys can read that. And it gets them chattering. And then if people get added in along the way, I say, welcome so-and-so, and I tag them here so they know. Then it's very important that you set clear expectations, okay? So these, you know how the groups get out of order? This is a little bit out of order. Okay, here we go. So here's my clear expectations. So they know what they are responsible for doing. So go ahead and read it. If anybody's called in, I'll read it for them. So, hey team, Chelsea is doing the daily coaching tips this week, but I wanted to hop in and clarify your roles in all of this. You could write this out or you can make a video. Video is great. Going live is great, whatever you want to do. Number 1, follow your workout program as scheduled. Then post your win, and I explain what that is. What was the best part of your workout? What inspired you? How was your nutrition? So they know there's 3 things people can follow when it's a rule of 3. It's proven. Any more than 3 people get overwhelmed. People forget. 3, they can follow 3. What was your workout? What inspired you? And how was your nutrition? You're going to post that in the comment of the daily post. Number 2, you're going to be a cheerleader. Like and comment on each other's posts for support. That's why these groups work. Show up for each other. Number 3, share any tips or tricks you learn along the way. Chances are if it helps you, it's going to help all of us. We will give prizes for participation. Comment below. Let's go team. When you've read this, you're not allowed to be silent. If you're not a Facebook person, you have to set an alarm to remind you to check in. It'll increase your chances of success. So they know clearly what their role is in the group, right? They know what's going to be happening. The welcome message, sure. And I have this all saved in my how to run a challenge group guide doc. So I can send it to you. There you go. So you don't need to write it all down. Okay? Or screenshot it real quick. Okay. So then leading up to the group, you're going to post 1 time a day of different prep work. And in the files here, it shows you exactly what you can do for prep, or you can follow a guide of either, mine or Chelsea's or whoever you like to follow. So, okay, I'm going to stop sharing that really quick. Now, actually in the group. So keep them engaged. So one time a week, do a video or go live. And it can be whatever you want. You can be like Trainer Tip Tuesday, or I'm in the kitchen prepping. Like anything that shows you an action is going to keep them excited about it. Or you working out, like demoing a workout, or how you're falling flat on your face, or like what did you struggle with? And the more they see you and not just a bunch of text that looks like it could come off of a guide from the Beachbody online office, the more they're going to feel connected to you as a person. Amen. I love, this is so funny, but I love seeing your guys' videos because I'm like, oh, what do they have in their house? What's that back there? Oh, look at, that's what they look like when they work out. You know, their hair looks good like that. And I'm such a stalker. And you guys all probably are too, just admit it. Okay, have a fun contest. One of my favorite contests is plank on something other than a plank. So go take a picture of yourself, plank on something other than the floor. Take a picture of yourself doing a plank on anything that you hold for a minute. You have to hold it for a minute. And then take your picture and post it in the group. And then I just choose at random one person to win something. Prizes that I like to give away are the cheapy things you find at like Target on the sale rack. The water bottles, the socks, the headbands, the motivational books, a card, a foot rub, like a foot cream or whatever. And people go nuts over those things. And so just stock them up when you like walk past and you're like, oh, challenge group stuff, throw them in. Or when Beachbody does their big sales, then go get like all those hip hop ab DVDs. I think they end up being like $5 for us, and stock up a bunch of them. And then you can give them away, and they're still really fun workouts. They don't know they're $5. So just keep a stock of that and you can give it away. Or if you're super lazy like I am right now and I can't really mail things, I'm giving Amazon gift cards away. And that's a little bit more pricey, but since we split a challenge group, I'm not giving them away very often. Okay, another one, I love doing this one, is the shake and share. So take a picture of you doing a Shakeco selfie, post it on your regular page, tag me back and say, what is it you like about Shakeco? Or what was your recipe today? By your clients doing this, it tags you back. So all of your friends get to see that your people are drinking Shakeco. It's not just you. You're not just the only crazy person. And so it's a great way to have like marketing, and it's a great way to know they're actually drinking their shake. And along with that, on Shakeco Day, I always post a video of what the ingredients are and what they're doing for their body. So I can say, hey, high five. You are putting this into your body literally every single day. How amazing is that? Think of what that does to your body over time. Because when you were inviting them, you talked about Shakeology, and they might have forgotten, like, why the heck am I drinking this super yummy stuff? Well, hello, here you go. Because you want longevity with your people. You want them to have results for a long time. Okay, what is a fun contest you guys have done in a challenge group? Another one I did was you have to get a buddy. Like I posted on Thursday. Over the weekend, by Sunday, you had to work out with someone. Anyone. Take a picture and post it. And then every person that did that, I got them a book on Amazon, and I can't remember what it was, but it was on sale for $1. And I sent them a book, and they all loved it. Favorite contest from a challenge group? Anyone? No one? Guys, how is Sword Nation going to be the most epic coaches ever if we're not creating any fun or exciting things? So take a minute and write down 3 things that you would like to do for contests or to keep things exciting for your people. Ready, go. And then type them in the chat. But write them down so you'll have them for later. So you're going to forget. I know it. Ooh, a wacky outfit one would be fun. Or a dance off. I think we did. Didn't we do a team dance off one time? Yeah. Or what about like a Saturday Night Live like impersonation? I did that one once in a group. It was so funny. I just had this group of people that were all like hilarious and making fun of themselves in all their pictures all the time. There was never like a sexy picture of them in the mirror. It was always like, ugh. So we did a parody. Do a parody of your trainer and post it. And they did. It was so funny. So you just have to like pay attention to the people in your group, because if I ask some people that are super serious to do that, they'd be like, no, I'm not going to get all silly with you. It's not going to work. No. Okay, what ideas do we have? Wow, the chat is really quiet. Funky Friday. The plank one, do it. You are fun. Everybody in this group is fun. We just have a different idea of what fun is. So for some people, it's how can you make the most perfect, pretty plate with your food? I don't know. We all have our own version of fun. You could do a chopped kitchen like one. Go in your pantry, get 5 ingredients, pull them out, and make a recipe. The most random one wins. I don't know. So, okay. So here's the thing, guys. I really want you to think about this. If you're bored or you're just going through the motions, then you're going to like burn out, and your people are not going to feel really excited about it, right? Which does not encourage longevity. They don't want to come back. Think about if you went to a fitness class and you were like, meh, it's all right. You wouldn't come back. You want to feel special. You want to be excited. That does not mean that every day has to be like this. This is like a once a week thing. You do something fun to spice it up. Okay, I'm going to keep going. The point system always is good. But here's my thing with the point system, guys. If you're going to do a point system throughout your challenge group, you need to give point or prizes away once a week. Like the most points earned this week, and then an overall at the end kind of thing. And it has to be based on participation and not on just their results. And you do not track the points, because it takes so much time. So open up a file, have them add their name. At the end of the night, they have to add up their points, and they personally have to track their own points. Because by doing that, like whatever, you can have a point for posting a recipe or a picture of their food, a point for a sweaty selfie, a point for a motivational quote. They get max 3 points a day or something like that. Whatever you want to do. And the person at the end of the week with the most points, then they get a prize. And then the person at the end of the whole challenge with the most points, they get the grand prize. It can be anything you want. Amazon gift card, old workout that you have, like you have 2 of them, whatever you want to do, okay? But don't track the points. It distracts you from doing your mission. Number 6 on my list, okay. Stay connected one-on-one. So set an alarm in your phone to check in with your challengers 2 times a week. The ones that are actively in your groups, that are still on Shakeology, whatever, and just send them a message or a text or a Vox or whatever you want to do. Call them really quick and just say, hey, just wanted to see how you're doing this week. Still going strong? What can I help with? Leave it that simple and make them feel special. On week 3, invite them to be a coach. If they're posting, they're being accountable, they're showing up for other people, you're already coaching anyway. Why don't you join my team and help me do this? And that way you can help more people and make money and get your stuff for free. Once they have invested to that next level of being a coach, they're much more invested into any of the groups you're going to run together. I promise you. Then make sure to make sure they share their results and shout out. And so by talking about that and setting it up in the expectations, we're going to be sharing our results along the way. Like on Thursday or Friday, I always say, over the weekend, I want you to take your transformation photos or your progress pictures and your measurements and your weight, etc. And then, but along with those statistics, ask some questions. What are you proud of this week? How did you progress? Where do you still need to improve? How are you sabotaging yourself? Who needs you to finish? Like things that actually get the non-scale victories out. Because if they can see progress with either pictures, numbers, feelings, emotions, the people, the habits that are changing, like sometimes just saying, oh my gosh, I completed 6-week workouts this week and I haven't done that in 10 years. That is literally the only thing that they need to keep going. So celebrate that. Maybe they actually didn't have progress on the scale at all, and if you only say, how much weight did you lose this week? And you're only focused on the one thing, they can feel really discouraged. So you ask well-rounded stuff. Some people are very motivated by the scale. Some are motivated by pictures. So ask it all. Like say, I need you to check in, and here's what I want you to check in with. And if you check in, I'm going to pull a name of those that do check in by this time on this day. So Monday at 9 a.m. or whatever. One of those people are going to get a tank for my swag bag, or a $25 gift card from Amazon, or a pair of socks. I don't know, whatever you want to say. But that keeps them engaged. I'm all about incenting people to give me information. And then you can shout out to them on your page, and that builds trust with your clients watching you, right? Don't share their pictures unless you ask. Don't tag them unless you ask. But you can say, I'm super stoked for my client A, who just shared this. And if it's non-descriptive, like you can't say their kids' names or whatever, but like, I feel so good. I lost 6 pounds, in the last 2 weeks, and my jeans are finally starting to fit again. I haven't felt this good in a long time. You can share something like that and say, I'm stoked for this person. So that way for your next group, you're inviting 2 people who are watching you. Okay. And then the last thing is invite them to share their final results with Beachbody to get their t-shirt. Do a big post about it on whatever day, like Saturday, then do it again on Monday, then do a big post about it again in the group on, a couple days later. Just say, who's done this, you guys? You got to enter. Because guess what? They'll get their t-shirt. They get a chance to win $500. And if they win $500, guess who else wins $500? Awesome. Nobody's there. Hello. So fun.
We do. It takes a minute to unmute.
Be faster.
Quick fingers.
I know. I'm like the worst at hosting calls because I don't like talking to my thing. Just wait till you see me at Summit. It's really going to be awkward. Because I like to talk to people. That's why I love the challenge groups. This is my heart and my soul of what we do as coaches. And I love seeing that light go on in people's eyes, and I love seeing them get it, and I love seeing their life change, their confidence change, their posture change. And that happens with personal connection. It does not happen because you're following a script. I can tell you that. There are so many guidelines to help you get started so you feel like you got your stuff together. You have a plan. Here's my plan, right? But then you also can take that and put your spin on it so it's so authentically you. So whatever you think is interesting or exciting, that's what I want you to do in your challenge groups, because that's going to attract your tribe. They're going to become loyal and connected to you. And when you host good challenge groups, when people feel connected to you, they are going to be a lifer. Some of my best coaches, I won't say all my best coaches, because I have a lot of you that came in just like as coaches, but I would say it's 50-50. The ones that went through a challenge group first and had results first, end up they're so committed to what happened to them personally that they would never want to quit. And so it just helps to grow things, and then you feel so good about actually making a difference, right? Yeah. So after they're done, what do you do with these people? Put them in an ongoing group. Have an ongoing group. I have mine that's called Emma's Lifelong Challengers. I still post in it all the time. Sometimes I feel like I'm posting to myself because people will go through phases where they're super hot with Beachbody stuff, and then they are going to run a marathon and they're off, and then they're up, and so you just never know. But continue to post in the group and share your results and tag people or shout out or whatever it is that you want to do to keep them connected. And then that can be the pool of people that you always go back and talk to and check in with and see how you're doing. How are your results coming? Maybe life changes and they're ready to become a coach. Maybe they want to come back into one of your groups. Who knows? Some of my longtime customers end up being my best challengers, and I let them come back into my groups over and over again because they're going to be so consistent. They help me all the time. So last thing that I'm going to talk about, and this is kind of like a downer, is what happens if it's like radio silent. Have you ever had that happen to you? Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing because you're like, hello, I'm doing everything right. I'm showing up each day. And it's awkward. It's a pink elephant in the room. Guys, 2 options. 1, make a video, just post it in the group. That's if it's been like a week, like full 5 days and nobody's posted. If one person's still posting, you keep going. That's all I'm going to say. And then you give that person a prize. But anyway, so if nobody's posted for 5 days, make a video, post it in the group and say, hey, I love you guys so much. And I'm so thankful that you all committed to me with, as your coach to get fit and healthy. And I remember how you felt when you purchased your challenge pack. I remember how excited you were. And I am so excited for you to achieve your goals and results. If now is not the right time for you to take this leap, let me know. I have another group starting, but you must participate every day. If you miss 2 days, then you're out. Or we can continue on this group and let's just start fresh on Monday. What do you say? Comment below what your choice is. And, or I always give them the last option. Or if you want to say, hey, Emma, I just need some time to think about things and I'll come back to you later, I'm okay with that too. But comment below what your choice is. Either A, we're going to continue on here, B, you can join my next group, or C, you just need some time. And either way, I'm cool because I love you so much and I'm ready when you are. And by doing that video, it just kind of like lightens the load. You're just calling the elephant out in the room and like everybody is like, oh, okay, she's fine no matter what. She doesn't hate me. This isn't weird. And sometimes it just takes like a break. Let's take a break from this group. Let's put you in a new group and maybe some people in that new group they really click with and then they take off. So do not assume that it's your fault that they didn't show up. Because I can tell you, there's a lot of people that buy a gym membership and never go. I think I spent $400 and $400 in like 6 months on a stupid gym membership that I never went because they duped me the day I went to check it out. That just happens. You can't make people do things that they don't want to do, but I can tell you can inspire people. It just takes one person to change your life and to say, hey, I really believe in you and you can do this. And they lead by example and they're consistent and you watch them and eventually you're like, okay, and you kind of draw from their strength. That's what you get to do as a coach. And it's really cool because you get to change people's life. And so think about it from that perspective. When people are signing up with you at the challenge pack, really take that personally. Like, yeah, I'm going to do my best for you. I'm going to show up for you every single day. And posting in our challenge groups and checking in with our people doesn't take very long. It only takes a few minutes a day. So give them your best, okay? Anything that you guys want to add or have experience that you want to throw in there? Jen?
I just wanted to say a couple of things, not to contradict you, Emma, but I was just listening to this, and I know I have a few of my new coaches on, and I was thinking back to when I was a new coach, and I was not knowing how to run a challenge group because I signed up as a coach in my first challenge group. And like you said it a couple times, but I just want to reiterate it that like, do what makes you feel right. Because a few things that Emma said, I totally do. A few things that she said, don't do this, I still do them. Like I tally my own points. Sometimes I post 21-day fix pictures on my wall. Do what feels right for you because it's your business and it's your right and wrongs. And likewise, I totally thought we had to have dress up days in my first challenge group. And I was not feeling it. Like I was like, I don't want to dress up. I don't want to make my challengers dress up. And I made them dress up and it was not fun. And it was, that's just not me. So like, take everything that Emma is saying. And if you love what she's saying, go with it. But if not, don't feel like, oh my gosh, this is how it has to be done because this is your business and you need to do what's best for you. With that being said, I'm totally going to try a challenge on Friday. This Friday, I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it another try. Just because it didn't work for me 2 years ago doesn't mean that we don't always go back and try something new. So I just wanted to say that for some new coaches.
Yes. And I will comment on the 21-day fix picture thing. Okay. It's fine if you throw them up every now and then, especially with like the release of Country Heat coming up. There will be some stock photos that because it's branding is what it's called. Branding, you get people's eyes like familiar with the same object over and over again, and then eventually it becomes a household name, right? Country Heat's new. They don't know what it is. So here's how to successfully do that. So I would say 95 or more percentage of your content needs to be absolutely you. Like Jen is so good at that. She's good at like, this is Jen working out in her garage and you see her and she makes food and her kid makes food and like she's showing her. So for her to throw in one of those and say, oh, by the way, what I do is actually 21 Day Fix. You guys probably seen this on TV kind of thing. Like that is, I don't know what you said. I actually haven't seen the post. Sorry. But that's totally fine. Like that's fine. Just don't hide behind those. That's what I'm trying to say. Right? Because people can order 21 Day Fix from the TV, you guys. But why they want to work with you is because why the heck do you like 21 Day Fix? Like, what is it doing for you? What's it doing for your friend that's on this call? And then share that. I do use, just so you know, I do use the Beachbody guides. I just add my Emma spin. If the content to me is like boring and I'm reading it, I'm like, okay, then that's when I put an Emma thing in it. So, yeah, but yeah, I have a wild personality. I'm very spontaneous. I'm very fun-loving and energetic. So I attract a lot of people like that to me. And so that's why it works for me to do crazy contests. And if that's not you, that's okay. Do something that is you. If you're all about dem gains, like do a who can bicep press, whatever. Like who can do the most weight? That person wins. Or who has the most macro crap thing if you're a nutritionist. I don't know. I don't even know the words. But you don't have to. Do you understand? Yes? The point is make it fun. Make it personal. Make people feel like I got something really special from that. And then praise the crap out of people because they really enjoy that. They do. They like it. And everybody I know likes to get something in the mail, even if it's a bracelet that costs me $1. And they get so excited. Oh my gosh, my coach sent me this. So, okay. Any questions? I'm going to hang on and answer questions if anybody wants.